Okay, would everyone stand for the pledge of allegiance? Robert, would you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
Bob, those are just, logo things. You don't open those.
Excuse me, attendance. Everyone's here but Al. Public comment. Is there any public comment from the public today? No, there is not.
This public?
Okay, fire apparatus bid. Okay,
So you all have a copy in front of you, what Rob had sent with the pumper price comparisons, and then Ed sent his comparisons that he got.
okay. It looks like, well, unless I'm wrong, are we right, we're right in the ballpark, kind of with everybody, or is that?
There's some lower and some right there and some higher, so I think a lot of it depends on what equipment. and
What
stuff you're
equipment?
getting.
So do you know, Rob, if I could ask that, so the Spencer thing. Is they just build their own design truck and you kind of buy the truck, whatever they design,
They
correct?
like the cookie cutter stuff,
Okay,
right? That was Spencer that did the brush truck.
No, that was, no. Spencer would be it would be comparable to what we're looking at now with Alexis. You bring a rep in, say this is what we want, and hopefully they can build what you asked for. And it runs through engineering. The company that was the cookie cutter, they're out of Texas.
Okay.
okay, and Manastee's truck was bought, Spencer too, they bought a Spencer truck?
Yeah.
Okay,
So.
what is it, how did they get a $40,000 motor emissions upgrade? I don't
That's the new motor that as of last year, if you bought a motor, it was like I think it was a 40 grand upgrade for emissions.
know. Okay,
So anything that's gonna be 23 and
Over's gonna have, or newer's gonna have that motor already included in
right,
the price.
so our new truck has got that already in the price. They
Of
did not,
40 grand.
Yep.
They just didn't sub it out and put it as a separate line item, is that?
right, I was just adding it in there for today's price.
I
On
see.
top of that truck, you'd have to automatically put 40 grand right on top of that
Because it didn't have that.
because it didn't have that.
And
And then
tool,
the equipment package I'm putting on there is extrication. Because that is something that we put in our new truck,
it's included in the price.
included in the price for new battery powered extrication.
Oh, okay, so you've already got that in the price of the truck,
Right.
the extra stuff that we would normally have to buy as an add-on.
Right,
Okay, so you take the 600, you're gonna add 90 onto that plus 2 years of 7%. Okay, I get it now. Now I understand that math. And what about the ones Ed had? And
There was one that was above what the estimate was, there was one that was kind of right at it, and there were two that were lower, but I doubt they included the equipment and stuff in, I think they were just the price of the truck.
price of the
So
truck.
like I said, I think they were, it's pretty, we bracketed, I think we've gotten enough information to say, yeah, this is.
This is the market.
This is the market. That's what we're in the realm of
So-
reasonable.
one of the reasons why wasn't able to get a bid from a supplier is because it's 5 to 6 weeks of their engineering
Before they'll,
before they bid it.
and then are you gonna go through all that and have a bid it when in fact you kind of picked a truck you like? and
We've already went through that process of weeks of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, the last time that we added a couple of shelves and did this and did that, and they had to run it back through their engineering department, it took us, 4 weeks?
Closer to 5.
Closer to 5 weeks to get just those minor adjustments back out of their engineering department. So, that's how,
So after all this, are you happy with where you're at now? You don't anticipate any other change? Or you can't see anything coming, but,
no, we're right where we need to be.
okay.
Yeah, we've already went back and forth, making final adjustments and tweaks and stuff, so
And we're still at, what did you tell me, 400 and some days?
425.
425. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know what the price next year would look like. Obviously, it's gonna go up probably at least 7%, if not 10.
So, little fun fact for Alexis is, they dropped yesterday. think I told you? Was that your house?
Mhm.
So yesterday, they now increased, so if we have to go through this all again, do the whole official bid again, and redo everything. It's now 550 days delivery instead of 4 to 5.
Unbelievable.
So what's the total again from what you had before?
850. Remember off the top of your head?
85407 maybe? The book was right, yeah.
854.
Oh, it's that one?
Yeah, 85407.
850,407.
It looks like you get, if you did the full payment, they knock off 30,070.
We're gonna earn more in interest.
Well, we figured out we'd earn more in interest. So what do they want down? 90?
What's the down payment? 100.
Kate's got it.
Looking.
Because that's what we figured the interest thing off of.
Chassis payment shall be made within 10 days of invoicing. Progress payment of 185,000 shall be made within 10 days of invoicing.
So the down payment.
So I'm guessing that would be
Those two.
that.
Why would you give them a progress payment if they haven't done anything? Are we paying for the chassis up front? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Yeah, you pay for the chassis.
So do we know
That's what
how
it
much
is.
that is? I just need to know how much money to move out of one account to the
Chassis.
other. Well, we
But
had
are they
that.
asking
We've done
for
that.
it here, or are they gonna invoice us?
They'll invoice.
They'll invoice us then.
Oh, so we'll, okay, we'll know.
We just will know what it is when it's here.
We just need to sign the commitment.
Correct. More than, that's, I think, what we need to
And then
do.
once you sign that.
They'll invoice you
Yeah, it's due within. the
10 days after they invoice. So they'll send an invoice to the township.
Yeah.
So it'd be 854,070 money.
85407.00.
Yeah,
850.
$854,070.
850, comma, 407.
Oh, I got 854,070.
Cause you're here.
854,007. Well, that's less. I lost $4,000 right off the bat. There you go.
What
Make
did
you
you
feel better?
Not really.
We
Think it's
could
a
make
lot
it up
more.
for you.
Put a couple
Okay.
extra tires on for that.
So, and we talked about the trade. We don't really know kind of until we put that actually thing out there to get an estimate.
They're working on numbers for us right now.
Okay, okay.
So regarding that, are we gonna just put that out and get people into a bidding war? Or are we gonna try to line up a buyer up front and lock them in so we know, or? how do we work that?
So what I initiated just to see if we can get a price was through Alexis, they work with a broker. So I took pictures, got mileage, got the year, gave that to them, they're processing it, and then they will give you what they feel that truck is worth. And then they'll put it out on their social media and on their trader magazines and at that point, you could potentially get into a bidding war if somebody really wants it, you know.
And we got time's in our favor a little bit from the standpoint, because on top of that, the new trucks will go up. So they'll price a new truck and then they'll go, oh,
Yeah. I was told that because of the four-wheel drive in the northern hemisphere up there, that it's not gonna stay on the market long, so that's a good thing. What we'll get for it yet to be seen. But he was guessing somewhere around that 400 to 450 is what he was guessing off the top of his head.
what do we pay for that when we bought that? 6? No.
Yeah, I think it was
It
around
was 6.
600, yeah.
Yeah, that was, so that really, so
603 maybe.
for as old as it is actually.
When
because
was
the
it bought,
prices- Pardon
the
me?
old truck? When was it bought? I tried to zoom in this, but obviously it's not being covered on Zoom. So when was the truck being sold? What that you were selling? What? The old truck we're replacing?
Oh,
I
what
don't
year is it? Is that
recall.
what you're
Yeah.
asking?
I don't recall offhand, probably
10-15.
10 years,
almost.
it's 10 years old, because the tires,
That's gonna be over that. Yeah,
So we don't,
I thought it was a 12.
we know, we just
I
don't
think
have
it's,
it.
yeah, it's a 2012, I know that, but I don't know when we actually purchased.
Was it new one was there, you see your.
I thought it was 2010.
We bought that one stripped down, never, we had to buy it.
That's the other side of that, is that one, like Bob just said, we had to outfit that 100%.
Yeah,
When we bought everything extra after
Right.
the fact.
Yes, all the hoses,
It came empty.
It came empty, so.
that was five, almost 600.
Mhm.
Well, we got times to move money around. We don't need that.
Right.
If we figure this out, we're gonna do
Yeah,
that.
that's,
And then if they're going,
Whether they're gonna sign it or not.
right, that's what we need to figure. And then if you're gonna trade or sell, you have a bunch of time there to lock in a buyer. If it's 400 and some days. We got all kinds of time. You might be able to line a couple guys up to come down and look at it and get into a little bidding war if somebody wants a 4-wheel drive like that up north.
Mhm.
There's low miles on it for sure, right?
Right.
And we just had
Got
all,
all the money worked out of it.
No,
well,
We got a couple more.
most of them.
Good
It'll
luck.
make someone a good truck for a
Mhm.
secondary. Somebody would make them a great truck actually, so,
Mhm.
okay, he just went to look to see what year it was, that's all. I think it's a 2000.
2012.
I think it
That's
was
what I
a
think
12.
it
We
is.
may have started talking about it in 10 or something.
I think we did, but then it took a while to get the
Right.
truck too.
Right,
But I don't know if it's a current chassis, depending on when we got it, or it's a chassis.
right,
before.
exactly. That's why I don't know
We
what.
had to the time to get the chassis and then they had to build a 4-wheel drive.
Mhm.
You know,
are we replacing it with a 4-wheel drive?
no,
No,
2. Heavier truck, a little bit heavier truck, and should fit around better.
And I'm sorry I'm late, but I assumed that this would be zoomed and I could. So what is the bid? Or the,
2011 is what its manufacturer date is.
2011, see, because we ordered it and they worked on it after they got
Yeah,
it. Yeah, that would be correct, so it's 12 years old. Okay,
It's worth, no, one,
oh, it's worth good money now.
wait another 3-4 years and it goes down rapidly.
mhm.
Okay. $850,407. And your recommendation is?
my recommendation is that we move on that, and get it on the books ordered. It's 425 days of build, so you're looking at a year right there, we're gonna be out of date code,
it'll be deer season,
yeah.
deer season next.
So we'll
And
be,
that's-
so we'll be out of date code a year for the year to replace it, but will they look, if someone did that, would they look at us and say, hey, you've got a truck ordered and you didn't anticipate, how would you know it takes 400 and some days to get a truck and right?
Well, and I think that this probably, the timing would be good because it's going to go up in price.
Well, yeah, if it's gonna go up
Quite
10% or something by next
substantially.
year, that doesn't make sense. That's another $85,000.
You know that you're gonna have to replace it in the next 3 years anyway, so
Yeah, and we've had a lot of problems with that one.
it hasn't necessarily been the best truck in the fleet, I'll say that.
Mhm.
Okay,
I'll make a motion that we go ahead with the
sign the
original purchase of fire truck as proposed.
$850,407. Is it okay with you? Okay, is there a second?
I'll support that. motion.
Thank you, Evan. Any other discussion? None being heard, all in favor, say aye.
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 One
Roll call.
absent.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call, spend that much money, I suppose so. Bob,
Yes.
Ed,
Yes,
Shelley,
Yes,
David, yes, and Al's absent. Declare that passed. Who has to sign that? Shelley, me?
Caitlin, would you get that to David, please, so we can sign that and I can scan it over to him tonight?
They'll invoice us, I bet you within 30 days for that chassis part of it, or whatever.
Probably.
Well, whatever it is, it is. but-
Yeah. You remember where in this book it is?
Which it should be in the beginning, I thought.
Or I can look for it too. if you-
Public comment with me?
yeah, I assume that this would be zoomed. I assume there'd be an updated agenda that would have to Zoom. But it was not, which is why I'm late. So Ed, you said, at several meetings that we would probably have to move some money around from the general fund to pay for this.
No, from our, from our investment account to our checking account, once we have to pay the bill. We'll have to sell the old chassis. If we had to pay the whole amount, we'd have to make a loan internally temporarily, but because we're gonna be selling this, we'll be close to being able to pay it all out of the fire fund. We might have to have a small loan. It just depends on the timing of payments.
Okay, so that there might, if we get, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine.
We don't have to deal with that we have to put a down payment when they bill us just for the chassis, but not the whole truck. So then they're gonna bill as they go. So there won't be a payment of 850,000 at once.
Bill as they go, like every 2 months, bill as
No,
they go, as they put on.
I think just,
Higher. The one-time payment of the 100 and whatever.
85.
That's 10 days with an invoicing, so that'll probably be 10 days after tomorrow if we send it in. And then, the rest is due upon delivery.
yeah,
Well, sometimes, like with the other one, they had a progress payment, like after the first inspection or final inspection, you pay
when it
so
gets
much.
close, yeah.
Yeah, and then after delivery, you pay the final amount.
But one thing I'll add to that is that price of that truck includes, 4 people with 2 trips on Alexis down to look at the truck.
For trade, oh, okay, for progress.
Four people or 2 people?
4, I did 4 people,
And they'll pay for that.
they'll pay for that,
Okay.
so.
My public comment would be, if we have special meetings and we have Zoom capacities, that we do that. Or we tell people that it's not gonna be available. And $850,000 is, as far as I know, the biggest expenditure that I have seen this board make, and it would have been nice to have been here on time. But I'm not, I'm not anti the fire department, I'm not anti the fire engine. I think we need to be transparent, and I think we need to be consistent.
I am
And
recording it, so you'll see a video recording.
And when will we see that?
Maybe as soon as Barry gets it uploaded, so it might not be until later in the week, but you'll have it.
Okay, okay. Again, it would have been nice to have been able to Zoom this meeting. If we have that capacity.
Okay.
I think we need to be
Just looking at
consistent.
me.
No, I don't mean, I don't know who sets up the Zoom. I just assume that the special meeting would be Zoom.
Yeah,
I-
And it didn't get set up, so we'll try better next time.
That'd be great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
In reference, and I don't know if this is the place or time, but reference the vote.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't,
Okay.
it's yours.
I was kind of hoping when we were talking about the money, the ARPA money, I was kind of hoping that, we stood our ground with 25 coming from ARPA, 25 from our. Cause we're gonna have to outfit that boat with a couple things, and I don't know if you, so. we
Yeah,
got
there's-
ropes, life jacket.
Basically, the budget went from 25 to 50.
Okay,
Yeah, so what have we paid only like 40 something for, right?
right,
So I
45.
think there's money there to do other stuff.
Okay, I was getting a little nervous because it's like, I know we gotta buy a monitor,
No.
Right.
Okay.
so
David
I was
sign and
cautious,
Okay.
he
so,
was treasurer.
Anything else?
no,
Public comment? None? Okay.
So we found the chassis payment in the payment terms.
How much is that?
You and I have to. sign.
Okay.
Being owners have to sign it.
Well, I don't know.
Chassis payment 303,703 due within 10 days. Progress payment of 185 shall be made with initial construction of the body.
How much was the down payment?
303.
303,703 0.
That's what they want. I knew it was
That-
higher
yeah,
than
that's the
185.
And then 185,
Is the progress payment, once they start working on it, probably about 6, 8 months from
Yeah,
now.
that won't be right away, right?
No,
but the 303.
no, because there's no progress, right? Yeah.
So you need to sign and type all that about me, I guess.
Does that go in that motion then?
I think it should be.
I can amend that motion to have it reflect that.
Go on and get Libby too excited for Christ's sake, she's getting older. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, I'm ready to go, come and get me. Throw my ass in jail. Who else?
I would like to see you in jail. You
Man.
would run that place.
Nobody else has to sign, right? So I just
I
finished
don't know,
this
do
with
you?
authorized representatives on this 25th day of July 2023. Okay. Rob Johnson, you have to sign. Oh, no,
He
you
does?
don't. No, you don't. You're just the contact person. Never mind.
Well, he can sign if he wants.
Are you adjourned?
Is everybody done? I'm just looking to make sure nobody texted something in. No, they did not. Adjourn the meeting.
Well,
Thank you.
You certainly can.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.